mobile link. Good evening all. Once again, welcome to Aifer Paper 1 mini course. In the past few videos, we were discussing different topics from our UGC NTA NET Paper 1. Today, we will be discussing another important topic, and that's to logical reasoning. So in this video, I am going to discuss one important topic from logical reasoning. Logical reasoning is one among the 10 topics of our UGC NTA NET Paper 1 syllabus, and within logical reasoning, we have the concept of syllogism and solving syllogism. Okay, so we have the concept of syllogism as well as solving syllogism. So basically, so first of all, we have the concept of syllogism. So I hope you will be knowing what is syllogism is all about. Syllogism is all about, we will be having two statements and you have to solve that particular statement and conclude the correct conclusion from the given statement. For example, it will be given like this: all cats are mammals. All cats are mammals. All mammals are animals. All mammals are animals. Then we have all conclusion, all cats are animals. So this is an example for a syllogism. So syllogism is a particular type of logical reasoning, is a particular topic in logical reasoning in which we will be given normally two premises. There may be cases of more than two premises, but in a standard form of syllogism, we will be having two premises and we have to find the correct conclusion from that two premises. So when it comes to a question, the question will be like that. They will be given you the premises as all cats are mammals and all mammals are animals. And they will be giving you four options like all mammals are cats, then all animals are mammals, all cats are animals, some cats are animals, such type of option they will be giving you, and from that you want to find out the correct answer. So this is the concept of syllogism. This is a concept of syllogism where we will be given a set of premises from which we have to find the exact or the correct conclusion. So there are different ways of solving. How to solve this question? Okay, how to solve this type of question is an important thing we have to study. So within our syllabus, within the syllabus of logical reasoning for UGC NTA NET, they have mentioned regarding two topics or two methods of solving syllogism question. Okay, within our syllabus, they have mentioned regarding two ways of solving syllogism type of questions. So the first method is mode and figure. Okay, we have the first method as mode and figure, and the second method as, okay, we have the first method as mode and figure, and the second method as we have Venn diagram method. Okay, Venn diagram method. So if you search Google or refer books, we can see a lot of methods of solving syllogism question. Okay, we can see a lot of methods of solving syllogism type of questions, syllogism basics questions. So here we will be discussing only two methods. There are mode and figure and Venn diagram. The reason why I am discussing these two models is it has been exactly mentioned in the syllabus of our UGC NTA NET Paper 1. Okay, so firstly, I will be discussing what is mode and figure. Okay, what is a method of mode and figure? So I told you already that these two are methods for solving syllogism questions. Okay, these two are methods for solving syllogism questions. Okay, yeah, so what's mode and figure? So first of all, let's try to understand what is mode and figure. Okay, we have mode. Firstly, as you know from the name mode and figure, you will be having a mode and then you will be having a figure. Okay, you will be having a mode and you will be having a figure. So mode of a categorical syllogism is a series of three letters corresponding to the types of preposition, the major premise, the minor premise and the conclusion. Okay, the mode of categorical syllogism is a series of three letters corresponding to the type of preposition, the major premise, the minor premise and the conclusion. That is, we have A, E, I, O. Okay, this is what mood is all about. Okay, this is what mood is all about. So what do you mean by this? By this we mean that, for example, I hope you know what is categorical syllogism. So syllogism, here we can take a simple premise. For example, we will be taking cats are animals. Okay, I will be taking the premise or the proposition, not the, okay, cats are animals. Okay, cats are animals. This is a proposition. Okay, we have this as a proposition. So categorical propositions means when we categorize this proposition into different types. We may categorize it into all cats are animals. We may categorize some cats are animals. We may categorize it as no cats are animals, and we may categorize it as some cats are not animals. So when we categorize the preposition cats are animals into different categories like all, some, no, some not, we say it as a categorical proposition. And the symbol for A, we have it as A, and the symbol for yes, some, we have it as I, and the symbol for no, we have it as E, and the symbol for some not, we have it as O. Actually it is A, E, I, O. I have written in a different order. Okay, it's all no, some not. That's exact order. Okay, so this is categorical proposition and it is the symbols. Okay, so we have this is as a categorical proposition and these are the symbols. Okay, so these are the symbols. Then coming to the question, coming to the concept. Okay, not the question. So we have the mood. I told you the mood of a categorical syllogism is a series of 3 letters. Okay, mood of a categorical syllogism is a series of 3 letters corresponding to the type of preposition. The major premise, the binary premise, don't care about that. It's a series of 3 letters. For example, consider we have 3 premises, 2 premises and 1 conclusion. Let this be the premise: all cats are animals. Okay, this is premise 1. Then we have some cats are mammals. Then we have some mammals are animals. It's just an example, not the exact one. Some mammals are animals. Consider this is a syllogism we have. Okay, this is a syllogism we have. Here we have 2 premises and 1 conclusion. Okay, here we have 2 premises and 1 conclusion. So when we write the symbol or the corresponding letter of this categorical syllogism, okay, when we write the corresponding letter of this categorical syllogism, we have this as A. Okay, we have this as A, and we have this as I, and we have this as I. So all cats are animals, we have the corresponding letters A. Some cats are mammals, we have the corresponding letters I, and some mammals are animal, we have the corresponding letters I. So we will be having the mood. What is a mood? We will be writing these 3 corresponding letters together. So for these 3 preposition, we will be having the mood as A, I. Okay, A, I will be the mood of this particular case. Okay, I hope it's clear. Okay, give me your comment. Okay, is it clear? I will just show you another question. Determine the mode of the argument. This is a question. Okay, we have, yeah, determine the mode of the argument. Being the first question, I have given the answer here. Yeah. So it's an easy one. Initially we have it as sum. So we have the corresponding, what is this? Yeah, we have sum, we have the corresponding as I, we have all, we have the corresponding as A, we have sum, we have the corresponding as I. So we have I as a mood here. So mood is an easy one. Mood is a concept of writing the symbols of categorical syllogism together. Okay, writing the symbols of categorical syllogism together. Then moving to the next aspect, that's a figure. Okay, so firstly, we have studied what figure is all about. Okay, we have studied what figure is all about. So figure depends on the arrangement of the middle term in the proposition. Okay, how mood will be determined? We have already studied. It's a symbolic representation of the categorical preposition in corresponding letters, but when it comes to figure, it depends upon the arrangement of the middle term. So what's a middle term? So for example, consider the argument or the two preposition. The same example, let's take all cats are mammals and okay, so we have all cats are mammals. Okay, we have all cats are mammals and all mammals are animals. Okay, we have all cats are mammals and all mammals are animals. Yeah, so what is a middle term? Middle term is a common term which is present in both premise 1 and premise 2. Okay, so we have middle term as a common term which is present in both premise 1 and premise 2. So in the premise 1, we have the middle term as mammals. Okay, in the premise 1, we have the middle term as mammals. In the premise 2, we have the middle term as, in both premises we will be having single middle term. In the premise 1, we have mammal. In the premise 2, we have mammal. So since mammal is present in both cases or in both premises, we can say mammal is a common term here or mammal is a middle term here. I hope it's clear. So figure depends on the arrangement of this middle term. What it means? Here the middle term is the predicate of the first and the subject of the second, this order. Sometime middle term may be here and middle term may be here. Sometime middle term may be here and middle term may be here. Sometime middle term may be here and middle term may be here, like this one. Don't get confused. I will just show you how it works. Yeah, so this is it. In some cases, middle term, that's a common term, may be subject of the first predicate, okay, subject of the first one and the predicate of the second one. So in such cases, we say it as figure 1. In some cases, the middle term may be the predicate of the first and the predicate of the second. In such cases, we have it as figure 2. In such cases, we have it as figure 2. In certain cases, the middle term will be the subject of the first premise and subject of the second premise. We have it as figure 3. In certain cases, we will be having the middle term as a predicate of the first and the subject of the second will be having figure 4. So the figure of a particular categorical preposition will be determined by the arrangement of middle term. Middle term is a particular term that's present or that's common in both premise 1 and premise 2. Okay, so a bit confused? No need. It's even denoted as the collar, okay, the collar bonds like. Okay, so we have this, you can draw this one like this. Okay, it's something like a collar. Okay, you can see as a collar. Okay, you can see as a collar. So we have this as a figure 1, this as a figure 2, this as a figure 3, this as a figure 4. Okay, this as a figure 4. Yeah. Now let's try to do the question. Okay. Yeah, this is a question. Determine the figure of the argument. That's the question. Okay, give me the answer in the chat box. What is a figure of the argument in this particular case? Determine the figure of the argument. Determine the figure of the argument. Here we have some boys are athletes, all athletes are healthy, and conclusion is some boys are healthy. So we have determined the figure of the argument. Some boys are athletes, all athletes are healthy, and some boys are healthy. So what is it? Okay, so first of all, we have to find what is a middle term. Okay, first of all, we have to find what is a middle term or what is a common term. So we have athletes as a common term. Okay, we have athletes as a common term. Athletes as a common term. Okay, athletes as a common term. So how the athletes is being distributed in this premise 1 and premise 2? Okay, we can say the athletes is distributed in the both premise in such a way that the common term or the middle term is a predicate of the first and the subject of the second. Where can you see this? This is this pattern. Is it? This is it. This is it. Okay, so here we have figure 4. But let's try to write both the mood and figure. Okay, what is a mood and figure? We have some boys are athletes, we will be having I. Then we have all athletes are healthy, we have it as A. Then we have some boys are healthy, we have it as I. So we have I and we have it as figure 4. So we'll be having answer as, okay, I figure 4. Okay, so we'll be having the answer as I figure 4 will be the answer. So let's write, this is how we'll find both mood and figure. Okay, this is how we'll be finding both mood and figure. Then moving to the okay, next let's try to understand how to solve a syllogism question using mood and figure. So now we have studied about mood and now we have studied about figure. There is a concept of standard form that I will be discussing when we will be discussing the question. Okay, when we will be discussing the question. Okay, so we have solving a syllogism using mood and figure. So how we will be solving it, because as we have already discussed in the beginning, we have the concept of syllogism and we have different ways how the syllogism is being, what we can say, syllogism is being solved. And of our syllabus, we have two methods of solving syllogism. We have it as basically what we can say, we have it as Venn diagram method and mood and figure method. Okay, we have it as mood and figure method and Venn diagram method. Okay, so first of all we will be having it as make argument in standard form. Okay, so using, first of all we want to make the argument in the standard form. So what is a standard form of an argument? Standard form of an argument in such a way in which we have the predicate, the major term should be present in the, we have the concept of standard form. This is standard form. These all are basic aspect. Major term should be present in the first premise and minor term should be present in the second premise. So this is what standard form is all about. These are all general statements. 3 statements should be there should be each statement repeated 2 times like that. So what do you mean by major term? Major term is a predicate of the conclusion. This is a major term. We have major term as a predicate of the conclusion, and then we have minor term as a subject of the conclusion. So we have major term as a predicate of the conclusion and we have minor term as a subject of the conclusion. Okay, as the subject of the conclusion. And what you mean by standard form of syllogism? By standard form of syllogism we mean that, okay, the major term should be present in the first premise. Okay, major term should be present in first premise and the minor term should be present in second premise. So a syllogism is in a standard form when you have the major term, there is a predicate of the conclusion is present in the first premise and the subject of the conclusion, that is a subject or that is a minor term, is present in the second premise. So this will be the way how you will be converting a particular syllogism to standard form. Okay, syllogism to a standard form. Here other argument is that what are the other qualifications or qualities of a standard form? There should be 2 premises and 1 conclusion. Okay, this is a condition for standard form. Okay, conditions for a standard form or standard form of syllogism. There should be 2 premises and 1 conclusion. All the 3 statements should be in categorical proposition, which means all, some, either all, no, some or some not. It contains exactly 3 different terms. We have 3 different terms: mammals, animals and bats. Each term should be used twice, including the conclusion: 1 mammal, 2 mammal. one animal, two animal, one bat, two bat. Then major term is a predicate of conclusion, minor term is a subject of conclusion, and middle term is a term that occurs in both premises. So what do you mean by the standard form? By standard form we mean that major term should be present in the first premise and minor term should be present in the second premise. Okay, I hope it's clear. So that's it all about we have to say regarding the concept of mode, concept of figure, and the standard form of syllogism. Okay, we have discussed the basic things regarding what is mode, what is figure, and what is the standard form of syllogism. And in the upcoming video, we'll be discussing about solving a mode and figure question or solving a syllogism question using the mode and figure. I hope it's clear. Along with that, I would like to say that I hope you are a part of Aifer Education community group, which link is provided in the YouTube description of this particular video, because we are providing you on all India level free paper 1 mock test. You can get the detail from our community WhatsApp group. The link to that community WhatsApp group is available in the YouTube description. Okay, YouTube description, you can avail it. And also we have for those who are preparing for the June exam, we have a Mission JRF batch also. You can also get the detail from the group, okay, or you can visit our website www.aifer.in. Okay, so that's it. We'll be continuing our discussion tomorrow. So as to get all those sessions, make sure you subscribe to Aifer Education YouTube channel. That's it for the day. Thank you.
എൻ്റെ അടുത്താണ്